Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to round 13 here in Season 5 of the NOSSCAR X2 Series. And we're all gathered here at Richmond Raceway, at Richmond International Raceway. 14-car feature race with no cautions here in the No Custom Setup Series, hosted on the NASCAR 15 video game on the PlayStation 3 console. Yourdoneson in the number 6 car is on the pole. Ricky in the 51 and Ken in the 47 up there. T-Mac trying to look for 4th early. Herbie in the 55 car with a great qualifying effort. This is his first race of the season. And we're past the halfway mark in the season, so his shot at the championship is a little bit doubtful, but he certainly will gain some valuable experience and some momentum for next year. And Dexter's riding in 4th, and if you guys can see in the mirror, I'm not sure if you can, but he got a little bit high in that corner. Herbie was able to get around him for 4th. And now Ken in the 47 car brushes the wall coming out of turn 4. He does it again coming out of turn 2, so 47 car battling a tight condition, it appears. Yourdoneson in the 6 car is your race leader. Yourdoneson is a former race winner here in the NOSSCAR X2 Series. He is on a part-time schedule for this season. He and a few others are preparing for the 3 A divisions of the NOSSCAR Series. 3 different A division leagues that will be hosted on NASCAR Heat 2 on the PlayStation 4 console. They open on January 15th, 2018. And certain drivers like D-Nub, Cavalier Pickup, Lord Wise, Daniel Harmon, Yourdoneson, and several others have been practicing and preparing for those very important, crucial 3 leagues that are going to be starting in January. There are now 4 different B Division leagues, B Division NOSSCAR leagues, hosted on the NASCAR 15 video game on PlayStation 3. You're watching a race here in the NOSSCAR X2 Series. We're in Season 5, halfway through Season 5 here. The NOSSCAR Milner Cup Series, previously known as the NOSSCAR B Cup Series, is finished its first season, and Season 2 will be beginning in about mid-November, perhaps mid-December. The NOSSCAR Endurance Series, 100% distance races, long races, a 20-race season. That will be opening in about 2 weeks' time. And the NOSSCAR Sportsman Series, a series for all NOSSCAR drivers who do not have a win in either the X2 Series or the Milner Cup Series are welcome. And that is a short schedule, 12 races, 10% distance races of real-life cup races. And that will begin on Friday, November 10th, 2017. Yourdoneson in the number 6 car, still your race leader. Just Ken in the number 47 car, a little bit behind him there, but 0.8 of a second behind him. In second place, T-Mac in the 24 is in 3rd. Herbie in the 55 car having a great run here in his season debut in 4th. And it's Ricky in the number 51 car riding in 5th place. Herbie made some contact with the outside wall coming out of that turn that last time by. And the leaders are beginning to catch some lap traffic.
First is leading by 3 seconds.
Something has happened to Ricky, because now it's Larson Rocks and the number 31 car in the 5th spot, but he's now alongside Herbie and he's going to take 4th. And now it looked like Hard Pickle in the number 2 car. He either was trying to come to pit road or he got a little bit loose. He's scored in the 14th position, 1 lap down, and it looks like he's simply struggling with the handling of that race car. Timac was able to get by him. Herbie used THR Hard Pickle as a pick, and he was able to gain a position on Larson Rocks. Because of that, Herbie able to take 4th back. And now THR Hard Pickle is back on pit road for a very early pit stop here. And this is RJ Haywood in the number 42 car. He hosts the NOSSCAR Sportsman Series that will be starting on November 10th. Friday, November 10th. And unfortunately for him, he's now 1 lap down. Oh, and he just made hard contact with the outside wall coming out of turn 2 that last time by. He's scored in 13th, 1 lap down. Your Dunson's getting some heat here from Ken. Ken in the 47 car is now less than a half a second behind the back bumper of your Dunson, and that will be a battle for the race lead. Your Dunson holding the fastest lap time of the race so far. Oh, and problems for Ricky in the number 51 car. He spun coming out of turn 4 and he ghosted, but his ghost was still physical. And luckily for Timac, he was aware that that might have been the case. And he nicked him with his left front fender, but really there's no major damage and he's able to continue on. Oh! And we got a red flag on the racetrack, and there was a ghosted car that was physical, and there's heavy damage to the front end of Timac's car. And we've got ourselves a red flag here at Richmond International Raceway, and that is Squirrel Nuts in the number 46 car on the side of his car. And then Man Anger in the 48 makes contact. Twitch Whiskers went through the 46 car. Evidently he was ghosted. And we have ourselves a caution, if you will. This is actually going to line up the entire field, and some cars will be stuck 1 lap down because of this. And you got to believe the 24 car will be coming on pit road after receiving some damage. Luckily, he has a green motor still. That is literally the key at this point. And now Timac and Ken having some body slamming contests as they were entering pit road, and we're going to see the strategy unfold from these guys.
Remember what we practiced. Let's do this.
Timac completely forgot to worry about the damage. He actually just went ahead and decided to change the tire pressures instead. So some confusion on the pit stop there. And we'll see where everybody shakes out for the restart. And remember, we were planning on having no cautions for tonight's race, but when a car gets flipped upside down or stuck on their side, we have to throw some sort of flag because that car is unable to continue and they become a bit of a hazard on the racetrack. So now we are waiting for service to finish up for some of these other guys on pit road. Let's give a call to Herbie in that number 55 car. First run this season, first race. finds himself in the top 5 for much of this day. He'll be on the lead lap for the restart, and there's no telling who's going to line up where, because there might be some strategy involved. Who knows? We're waiting for somebody to finish up on pit road. You're watching race number 13 of 22 here in Season 5 of the NOSSCAR X2 Series. Yourdoneson is going to restart with the race lead. Ken in second, Timac third, Larson Rocks in fourth. We got ourselves a bit of a glitch restart, but they are now rolling, so we are going to go. Ken with a great restart takes the race lead from Yourdoneson. Larson Rocks had some momentum on the high side. He's able to hold on to third. Side by side for fifth is Herbie and Dexter, and they're making a little bit of contact. Side by side for the race lead. Up front, Yourdoneson on the outside, finding some grip, and he's going to lead this lap. Ken made contact with Yourdoneson and nearly lost control.
Free back, coming low. Clear left.
And there was some sort of incident deep in the field because those cars are a little bit stacked up back there now. And I believe Squirrel Nuts in the 46 car received a bit of a bump from somebody and he went spinning. Remember, no cautions. The leaders are working lap 26 of the 80 laps here in today's race. And if I had to make a guess, I believe out of the 14 cars that are in the race, I think that there are 10 cars on the lead lap. 10 or 11, I would say. I believe THR Hard Pickle is stuck 2 laps down at this point. Remember, THR Hard Pickle is a full-time driver in certain restrictor plate leagues hosted by a gentleman named Andre Carlson. So he is a restrictor plate ringer, if you will. He used to drive part-time here in NOSSCAR, but he is now in the number 2 car driving full-time, and he's still learning how to keep up with some of these drivers here in NOSSCAR at these other tracks. But he's certainly the favorite to win anytime they go to Daytona or Talladega. And Yourdoneson gave a shot to Just Ken a couple laps, or a couple corners ago, that allowed Larson Rocks to try to challenge for the lead. They all stacked up. Timac's gonna clear Larson Rocks for third on the outside, and there was a lot of, I think there was a lot of friendship there involved. I think Larson Rocks cut Timac a bit of a break. As of right now, it's Ken in the 47 car leading the race, but he's got a lot of pressure from Yourdoneson in that number 6 car.
He's clear. 50 to go. 5-0. You can do this.
Ooh.
Coming low. Clear down low. Closing on the bottom.
Quick update on Herbie. He has fallen to the 6th position. It was a bit of a wild restart. Wood Dog in the number 3 car finds himself in 5th. And he's been mired in traffic and having a bit of a tough time with it for a lot of the day. But now, just shy of the halfway mark, we see the Wood Dog starting to make a bit of a charge towards the front.
Flat tire, flat tire.
Timac ran his quickest lap time of the race that last time by. He's not going to top it this time, but it's a bit of a sign that Timac is finding a bit of speed here in this number 24 car.
Free
Ken beginning to run the outside line a little bit more, but I think that's actually allowing yourdoneson to run him down a little bit. And now that most recent time by, Timac runs another good lap. And he's beginning to close in on the front two just a little bit, slowly but surely. And Larson Rocks, running in fourth, is beginning to lose the front three a little bit. However, the leaders are about to encounter some lap traffic.
Looking low. Clear left side. Three back, coming low. Looks like you've worn the right tire.
I think that is Twitch Whiskers up there. She's having a bit of connection problems. She was on the lead lap all the way until this point, so she's certainly not last on the track by any means.
Side's clear.
I believe her connection is messing up, and it actually just made some contact with yourdoneson.
Coming low. Inside's clear.
And now in the mirror there you can see that it has corrected. And she settles in between Timac and Larson Rocks for the time being.
Driver in first, 2 seconds ahead.
We have only had 2 female drivers participate in one NOSSCAR race or more, and it's by far been Twitch Whiskers that has been the top female performer here in the NOSSCAR series. Several top 5 and top 10 finishes, and now we got a report on this. THR Hard Pickle is now out of today's race at Richmond International Raceway. He's going to finish in 14th place. Tough break for the number 2 team. I really didn't see what happened. It might have been a connection problem, or very well could have been an incident. The last time we knew where he was in 14th place, 2 laps down, struggling with the handling of his race car. And his day has gone from bad to worse here. Up front, it's Ken in the number 47 car, leading at the halfway mark. yourdoneson in the number 6 car in second. Timac, 24 car in third. Larson Rocks, 31 car in fourth. Wood Dog in the number 3 car in fifth. Herbie in the number 55 car in sixth. And I believe that it's Mananger in the number 48 car running in 7th. It's hard for me to tell at this point. Everyone gets spread out very quickly in these races, especially when there are no cautions. And we're getting a report that something happened to Herbie. I believe Herbie might have got some contact from somebody and got a little bit loose.
That's it, little by little. You gain a 10th on the guy in front.
We're going to take a short break from commentary, guys. You can see the top 4, top right of your screen. You're watching race number 13 of 22 here in Season 5 of the NOSSCAR X2 Series here at Richmond International Raceway. For more information about us and how to become an official driver in any one of our 4 B Division leagues, go to www.nosscar.com and scroll to the bottom of the homepage and you'll find details on how to sign up. Also, you can visit us on Facebook by going to www.facebook.com/NOSSCAR Series and give our page a like and check out the full races on our YouTube channel that we post on the Facebook page. We'll join you again with commentary very shortly. Leaders working lap 47. You're watching the NOSSCAR X2 Series.
The tire's blown, you wore it out. That's a full second you made up on the driver in front. Way to go,
quick update, your Dunson surrenders second place, comes down pit road in that number 6 car.
To go, 3-0. I told you those tires wouldn't last. Clear right. Car approaching low. Clear low.
Another quick update, 7 cars, or 5 cars rather, on the lead lap, I'm pretty sure, because there's Dexter in 7th in the number 11 car, scored in 7th, 1 lap down. And it's Mananger in 6th, just in front of him, 1 lap down.
Clear up high. First is leading by 3 seconds.
And now Ken in the 47 car is on pit road, so Timac will lead this lap for a bonus point. We're going to join you for commentary in a couple of minutes here.
Car inside, just looking. No one's going to touch you out here today. We don't want to run out of fuel, buddy. Take a look at your gauge, 10-4. Clear left. Need to hit this time. Get on pit road this lap. The tire's blowing. You wore it out. Keep digging, buddy. It's not over yet. Gotta go real easy on the fuel. We're going to stretch it down a little bit, or maybe pit. It's your call. Watch your speed. It's too fast, man. Check out, check out.
Looks like you're running on empty. Let's fill her up with starters. We got some fresh tires for you, driver. Okay, buddy, we're ready for you. Okay, boys, here we go.
We're back. Timac gives up the race lead to come down pit road. I believe we're on lap 59 of 80, so we're getting down to crunch time. Speaking of crunch, you can see that there was some damage on the front right there of the 24 car. Suffered some damage earlier when there was a car spun, ghosted, but for some reason physical, and still made contact.
One outside. Lights all clear, bud.
Timac comes out of the pits in 4th, but keep in mind that's also partially because Dexter has not made a pit stop yet in that number 11 car. He stays out to get a bonus point, which is a very smart thing to do here in the NOSSCAR X2 Series. Remember, it is all about your 8 highest point showings, your 8 highest points totals from races that determine your total amount of points in the standings. So even though it's a 22 race season, it's really all about your 8 best finishes that count towards the standings. So finishing in, for example, third place is a lot better than, or finishing in, for example, in third place with a lap lead is a lot better than finishing in third without a lap lead. You would get 21 points for the third place finish with a lap lead instead of 20.
Low side's clear. I told you those tires wouldn't last.
So as of right now, it's your Dunson in the lead. Ken is in second, Timac third, Larson Rocks in fourth. But that's once Dexter makes a pit stop. Right now, Dexter is your race leader in the number 11 car. Question is, when does he come to pit road? And when he comes to pit road, what kind of service does he get? Does he take 4? Does he take 2? Does he take fuel only if the tires are in good enough shape?
We're on the bottom, 3 back. The leader is 10 seconds ahead. Looking low.
Twitch Whiskers just came off pit road, and that was Smokin' Joe in 8th place in that number 7 car. He's currently scored 1 lap down. Squirrel Nuts running in 10th, Wood Dog running in 7th, and I believe that's Herbie in the 55 car in 6th, just in front of these two. But they're all chasing Dexter for the time being, who has not made his final pit stop just yet. He's got see, the lead that he's got is shrinking. Is he trying to go the distance on fuel? It would be next to an impossible distance, but if Dexter can pull it off, it would certainly be miraculous, nothing short, and it would be his first career victory in the NOSSCAR Series, in any of the 4 B Division sanctioned NOSSCAR Series.
I told you those tires wouldn't last. 7 seconds ahead to the lead car.
Wood Dog lets Timac go. Dexter surrenders the race lead now. He's on pit road. Your Dunson in the number 6 takes over the race lead. Where will Dexter come off of pit road is the question at this point.
He's coming on the inside. Looking inside.
And there's Herbie in the 55 having a great race in 6th place. First race of the season here in Season 5 of the NOSSCAR X2 Series. He has raced with us before. He has a couple of top 10 finishes on his resume.
10 to go.
Now 10 laps to go for your race leaders. Your Dunson is closing in on his 2nd career NOSSCAR X2 Series victory. Remember though, he pit a long time before Ken and Timac. Does he have enough fuel to get to the end? And are his tires fresh enough to keep his car in front of the 47? Oh, and I saw it in my mirror, Wood Dog and Herbie made some contact, and they both went up and made contact with the outside wall, and they're going to try to gather it up here in turn 3 and 4. I think they did. 8 laps to go. Your Dunson in that number 6 car, the Ford, looking very strong. We always talk about how there's a lot more Chevys in the races than there are Fords and Toyotas. Your Dunson trying to prove a point and stamp a win in the column for his team and for himself and for Ford. And somebody is on pit road. Someone was unable to make it to the finish. And now the question is still, can your Dunson make it to the finish? Ken is closing in just a little bit. He is about 1.75 seconds behind your race leader, your Yourdoneson, and it's shrinking a little bit. Timac is losing the front two. Larson Rocks is about 16 seconds behind the race leader in fourth. The top five are on the lead lap. Your first car one lap down, I believe, is Wood Dog or Herbie, depending on who got out of that most recent wreck the cleanest. Your Yourdoneson is probably going to catch a couple of cars here and have to deal with some lap traffic before the end of this race. If you're just joining us now, you're watching race 13 here in season 5 of the NOSSCAR X2 Series, a no custom setup series hosted on the NASCAR 15 video game on the PlayStation 3 console. Your Yourdoneson in the number 6 car is trying to hold off Ken for his second career X2 Series victory here at Richmond International Raceway. Question is, can he do it? We were wondering if your Yourdoneson was going to be able to make it to the end on fuel, and it's starting to look like he's going to be able to do it. 2 laps to go.
Here we go.
Timac has a firm hold on third. Larson Rocks has a firm hold on fourth. Your Yourdoneson and Ken are super close to each other now.
Flat tire. I told you.
Final lap here at Richmond International Raceway. Oh! And Wood Dog had a problem on the final lap, and I believe your Yourdoneson might have got involved, and Ken in the 47 car wins here at Richmond International Raceway. Wow. What a race, guys. What a race. Oh, and we're hearing your Yourdoneson had connection problems. So it was your Yourdoneson that actually won the race. His Ghost What a race, folks. I'm not sure who won this one. What a race. There is the finishing order. And sometimes the scoreboard can be wrong, so at times it is unofficial until we verify everything. But it appears to be pretty accurate at this point. What a race. We're going to figure out who the winner is here. On our screens, it appears to be just Ken03. We're going to find out from your Yourdoneson what he saw and what happened. Thanks very much for joining us, guys. This was race 13 of 22 here in season 5 of the NOSSCAR X2 Series. Join us for the next race at Auto Club and find out who's got a shot to win race 14. We'll see you next time. Go to www.nosscar.com for more information on schedules, results, standings, series history, and how to sign up and become a driver. We'll see you next time.